Hello YouTube fans, here again. And today, as I've done Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, why not this one? Now, before I get any of this, and I remember reviewing this loads of times, I do not hate Halloween 4. I said it on the last review, I said it a lot of other times, I do not hate Halloween 4. But, I'll say that again, but I would have been curious to see what it would have been like at, let's say, Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, was a big success. But sadly to say, in 1982, it didn't make the box office what John Carpenter was hoping it was going to be. Because the fourth one, I've heard rumours that in 88, he was going to do like an haunted house one. That a bit like a movie that come out the same day as this, called Night of the Demons. If you've never seen Night of the Demons, check it out. Good horror movie. Well, Night of the Demons was similar to what Halloween 4 was going to be like. A couple of people go to an haunted house and get attacked. But it never got to be. So John Carpenter decided to call it a day doing any more of the Halloween films. And in 88, he did They Live, damn good film with Roddy Piper, may rest in peace. So yeah. So decided they want to bring back Michael Mathis. You know, the time people would want to see Michael, they want to see Michael. And in all fairness, you've heard me say it when I was reviewing Halloween 3. This is a good film. I didn't think it was needed, I think it ended beautiful in Halloween 2 with Dr. Loomis, Donald Pleasence, where he self-sacrifices himself to save Jamie Lee Curtis's character, get it right. Laurie Strode, as he gets out of that obstacle, it bowls up. You've got Michael walking on fire up here and it stunts you. If the stuntman did that, I dilute you. And so on. It ended beautiful. The ambulance drove off. There's a little bit of me would have been more happy to see how it originally ended with that guy, the ambulance driver, was to get up and the old hands as he says, we did it, and the ambulance drove off. It would have been lovely to see that bit added onto it. If there's ever a way, I'd love to do that. And I think it ended beautiful in Halloween too. The music was cheaper, everything was there. But you know, money talks, people was whinging and whining, bring back Michael, bring back Michael. And in all fairness, yeah, this is a good one. It's a good one. Okay? Get out of the way. And I'll do, without pausing the Tamla, even the Tamla's getting excited over this. What I was about to say before the Tamla's decided to go overload. I do know originally they were going to do it then, what would have explained how Dr. Loomis, played again by my mate, and Michael Mathis was just to survive. Now we all know Michael Mathis in number 2, he was walking, he was burnt and he falls down. But we always was curious how Dr. Loomis got out of it. Well, that's originally we're going to always see where the obstacle blew up. It blew Dr. Loomis in the air like his big as Superman and knocked him on his arse, and he had that bit of a burn on his face and a bit on his hand. And it shows Michael Mathis walking off. It shows a little bit what was used at the end, almost at the end of number 2. And that's how they originally was going to do Halloween 4. And I wish they would have done that. I wish they would have done it. It would have made more sense of how the hell is Dr. Loomis is still alive. Because we all know originally he was dead. Self-sacrificed himself. Anyway, let's go on with the bloody story. So you've got the day opening. I understood being to do see the pumpkin again flying out, but I get it. It was like 10 years after the original one, so it's shot in 1988. And about the background story that Michael Mathis has been in a coma for so many days, and they're going to tie him to another obstacle. He gets out. That reminds me a bit of the fourth Friday the 13th. How he gets out, he kills an ambulance driver, does practical effect, thumb to the head, and so on. It's not really that graphic, but you can see the aftershots of what he's done. And again, you get Donald Pleasence, prices his role as Dr. Loomis. Again, amazing lines, complete and utter amazing lines. He's talking about evil, the ultimate of evil, poor evil. And he's down to Vince, his boss of the company where he works. Basically, the boss is just a dick with him. Really, he's a horrible guy. And I've seen him before. He's paid in Killer Towns from outer space. And he also paid the headmaster in, remember the movie? Savage Streets, with Linda Bear. He was the one that paid the headmaster. The one that says, go fucking iceberg. Well, that's the same actor. I remember rightly, I think he also did, I could be right, we one, I think he was in the fourth Rocky film and all, where he's born a Russian accent. She's been down a few things. And so basically, he's just a dick with him, basically. And Dr. Hume decided to think he's going to get there, he's going to go to a new town, does the right new line in, because at the time they wanted Jamie Lee Curtis to come back. They wanted to come back. It's funny because it's now in the later ones, but back then she didn't want to do it. She felt that Halloween 1, Halloween 2, that was more than enough. At times, she got sick of doing slasher films. I mean, 1980, she did Prom Night. Roughly the same year, she did The Fog. She did Halloween 2 as well as the original. So she didn't want to be typecasted as, you know, the classic the final whatever you want to call it. I just wanted to change stuff. So at the time, she was doing a comedy called A Fist Called Wonder. I do comedy. Because she just wanted to change the scenery. So they decided to bring in this little girl. Very good actress, no longer a little girl, I may add. If you've ever seen it before, she appeared in Last Boy Scout. Bruce Willis' little daughter in it. Love the little girl in it, she swears a lot, I love her. But yeah, she's in this, very good looking actress, the first role. And so basically, you got that idea, she's the niece of Michael Mathers. And he's going after her and so on, right? I do like the older sister in it, which really pees me off, because I do like pees me off. Irene 5, I love that character who played the stepsister of Jamie Lee, right? I think her name is called Jamie Lee, and the little girl. And long and behold, she gets killed in the fifth one, such a shitty way. I believe the original could even kill her even more shittier. That's why I did a rant on number 5, and I do stick to my words there. And someone gave me a nice comment on that, saying, yeah, it peed them off that they killed her off. So the person who said that, I'll give you a thumbs up, because you're spot on, mate. Spot on. Pisses me off. They kill her off, and they have to beat his pieces off. I'll do it. Pieces of frigging wood. Annoying characters that I wish Michael would hurry up and kill. I'm actually cheering Michael in that to kill him. So that's why the fourth one was the best film. So you got her, I really like her before they fucking kill her off in the fifth one. And so on. And it's a really good story. I mean, it's pretty cheapy. You bring back that music. I just wish they did the original one though in number 2. You know, the cheapy music goes in number 2. I just wish they used it in this. I love the music in that. And it's a damn shame they never used that music again. That one was done in the second one. I always thought that was just so cheapy and so on. But it's just me. But I still think it's a good film. I think it's a good film. So Michael's chasing her, he kills the girl's boyfriend, who's cheating, by the way, on this girl. Seen in a few films. She played in Reanimator 2. Remember one I reviewed. Definitely got a nice big bear of a personality. And there's a nice bit on the set here, which is having it away with her boyfriend, but she gets killed. Who's actually the daughter of the sheriff in this. But I do remember the scene where he gets the boyfriend and he crushes his head, and I swear the director must have seen Friday the 13th Part 6, because there's a similar death scene in that, or even Friday the 13th Part 3, the scene where a guy gets his head crushed, because it is very similar to death how Michael does it in this. There's a good bit in it where, there's only one bit where they have a cock up, right? I'll say it. He's chasing a little girl in the stool, right? And his false Dr. Humorous. It would have been a really scary scene, and I wouldn't have noticed that his wig, the wig on the mask, was Lello. That's the word, right? It was Lello. Then it jumps back. Somehow the little girl must have suddenly just had a special beam up stocky flipping me joke. Suddenly she's on the other side of the stool. Right, Alex Solis, Dr. Humorous is walking a little girl here. Michael with a blonde wig, don't ask me how, gets him. Falls him through the window, so he's still stood near this little girl, but the little girl is somehow over there, somewhere far away, and Michael's chasing her. But the older sister, stepsister, gets the better out of Michael. I love the bit where he's in the truck, and again, a good stunt scene. I do the stunt man who did the Michael scene there. And he gets shot up, falls down to his doom, to the fifth one, fucks it up. And so on, but I do love the bit where the little girl, you don't get to see it, but you get that idea she attached the stepmom, the auntie I should say. She's wearing a sound mask, very similar to the one what Michael was wearing in the original one when he was a little boy. Got blood Dr. Loomis is about to shoot her, but the sheriff stops. He cries, "No, no!" And you see the aftershots. And I wish they would have done that in the fifth one. If you're going to do a fifth one, have it as a little girl. So the little girl in the mental asylum, just like in the original. And then have maybe an older version, but with a female version of Michael. Why not? They're already now doing a female version of Pinhead from the Hellraiser films. Why not do that? That's different. Hey, Rob Zombie, that's different. That's everything different. That's something unique. But the fifth one does shits out on that. Instead, you've got a mute little girl. But I still actually like the fourth one. Sometimes I forget the fifth one ever existed. You've got an idea why I hate the fifth one. I've ranted a little bit on that when I'm reviewing this at the same time. But the fourth one, yeah, it's a dud film. I can watch it. And I just reviewed it. I like it. Very well directed film. It's a dud un. But into then, have a dud un, and why not? I'll give it a 4-star rating as I keep sticking my fingers up into them. Be smart, be safe, and have a happy Halloween.